Hi and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make a beautiful fabric bow with tails, a timeless accessory you can use for dresses, hair clips, gift wrappings, and so much more. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced sewist, this step-by-step tutorial will guide you through every detail. Grab your fabric and let's create something elegant and handmade together. I want to make the tail first before I make the actual bow. I'm going to fold my fabric into two like this. So I want the tail to be 10 inches long. So I'm going to mark it right here. Then the width is going to be 2 inches. I'm going to make it 2.5. Half is going to be for the seam allowance. Alright, so I'm going to connect my points. And once I'm done with that, I'll slant this side a little bit, just like this. So I'm going to hold this down with my pin and I'll go ahead and cut. I'm going to use this piece to cut out the second piece. So I'm gently going to place it on a folded fabric and then I'll cut just the way I cut the first one. So I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on this side because this is the side I'm going to be stitching. So I'm going to take this over to the machine and I'll stitch from this point. When I come here, I'll slant it. I'm also going to do the same thing on the other tail. Alright, so to make the bow, I'm going to fold my fabric into two. I don't want it to be small. I don't want it to be too big, like extra big. So I'm going to be using 6 inches for this size of the bow, but I'm going to make it 7 inches just for the seam allowance, okay? Then the height, I'm going to make it 5 inches. That's what I want it to be. But I'm going to add an extra 1/2 inch for the seam, which is going to make it 5.5 inches. I'm going to make a little adjustment. I think I want this to be bigger, so I'm going to add 1 extra inch to it. So the total is going to be 8 inches. So because I'm going to be stitching this on 1/2 inch, so I'm going to mark it right here. So I'm going to sew from this point. I'll stop here and I'll sew from this other point, then stop here. I'm going to use this tool to turn the tail inside out. So once you're done turning this inside out, make sure to use a pin or any sharp object to get every hidden fabric out. So for the bow, I'm going to take this to my pressing table and press this open. So I've pressed the seam open. It is flat right now. So I'm going to go ahead and sew on both sides, and I'm going to be sewing on a 1/2 inch mark, which was that the allowance we gave for the seam. So I'm going to take this over to the machine and sew on this side as well as this other side. So the sides have been neatly sewn. I'm going to turn this inside out from this small hole we have here. So I'm gently going to do this. So I'll take this to my ironing table and give this a nice press. I'm also going to overlock this side of the tail. Alright guys, so see what we have. These have been overlocked and all of them have been nicely pressed. I'm going to get the midpoint of this. So this is 7 inches. The midpoint is going to be 3.5. So I'm going to use my needle and thread, and I'll start threading on this line, and the threading has to be loose threading. Okay, I'm going to just make some loose stitches on it. So once I get to the end here, I'm going to drag it just like this. Make sure to adjust it. And I'm going to use the remaining threads to tie the center of the bow like this. So once you're comfortable with what you have tied so far, come to the back and tie it off, like knot it at the back so that the thread will not unravel. This is what we have, guys. Going forward, I'm going to get another fabric and fold it just this way. It has to be tiny because I need to use this to cover the center of the bow. Like that thread shouldn't be seen, so I'm going to use this to cover it. So I'm going to hold this with my pin and I'll cut it out. So I'm going to use it to cover it like this. So I'm going to sew these onto the body of the bow. But while sewing, make sure your thread doesn't show from the other side, alright? Everything has to be very neat and hidden. When I'm done, I'm going to cut out the excess. So to attach this tail to the bow, it depends on how you want it to be. If you put it this way, like side by side this way, this is what you're going to have. That's not what I want. So if you want to get that like open scissors shape, I'm going to cross it like this. So what I'm going to do is to gently tuck the tail to the rose. Everything you're going to be doing should be hidden, so you have to carefully do this in such a way that the thread will not be seen, your stitches will not be seen. All right, So I'm going to continue to sew this until I'm sure it is, it is strong, and I'm going to go ahead to tie it off at the back. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share this video with your family and friends, and also feel free to comment your thoughts in the comment section below. It helps us to know you're seeing what we are doing and you really appreciate it. Feel free to drop your video suggestions in the comment section below. Until I come your way again, stay blessed and have an amazing time. Bye.